Hey guys, this is TGStudios in Roblox Studio. I thought I'd do a talk through on how I do my bendy images, if you like. As you can see, it is completely running without lag. So the way I've done this is I've used Surface GUIs plus a lot of image labels. So if we find that screen, and if we go through this, so it's just a bunch of image labels, like lines of image labels if you like. And what I've done is I've used the feature of image label called image rect offset and image rect size, and then all I'm doing is just moving the image label left and right in a wave feature. So some of you got close in the comments, but you didn't get it right. Someone said a lot of Surface GUIs and a lot of image labels and things. Wasn't quite there, but they said a lot of parts and things. So you almost there, but not quite. So I'll show you the code behind it. So that's how I'm doing the actual waving around, or the actual image thing. So the code is as follows. I'm making a record of these pictures here, which is what you see in Roblox. So I've made a reference of where their location is on my hard drive, what the width and height, and this scale is what I'm still working on. I'm still not 100% sure how to dynamically scale it, if you like, because if I adjust that value, we get sort of a stretched or a cut off of the image, depends on which way we sort of scale it. So think of when you have an image and then those edge pixels, kind of, if you sort of scale it too big, you get a repeat of those edge pixels, so you get a line from the edge to the actual edge of the Surface GUI. So then I make a step, which is how fast it wiggles, basically, and what screen number it is. It's A. I've forgotten what that's all about. This might be something to do with the waving feature. It's been a while since I coded this. So I'm working out the actual scale of the image compared to the screen, which in this screen is actually 800 by 600 pixels, and some of these pictures are bigger than that. Like, let's just say that one, 1200 by 1600. That's possibly double the size of that screen size. So I'm scaling it down. Then I'm loading up the images into a table, taking into account of the above table, and load it into an easier way of actually working things out. Then I start just reading it as I'm going, because it's been a while since I looked at this code. So then I sort of draw the image on the screen. Let's just say screen 1, which we're here. Then I look at the image height, which is these, or should I say the new scale, which would be either 800 or the image height if it's under 800. Then I look at the slice size, which in this case is size 1. If I actually increase that, you see, let's increase that to 5. You see the sort of difference. There you go. Yeah, and it's also messed up my wobbling effect. But if you could actually see that, they're actually, let's actually slow that down a bit. Wait, 1. Right. Let's see if we can actually see one slightly wobbling. There you go. So it's just cutting up the image, if you like. There you go. So that's basically all it's doing. That's what, where are we? I lost my place. There we go. So that's drawing the image according to how much you want to slice up the image, basically. So I'll put that back to 1. Looks better. Then I work out the center position of the screen and then position the image at that center point by getting the screen position or screen size, which is 800 by 600, and dividing by 2 and getting the image size, image width divided by 2, and then the same for the Y, just divided by 2 basically. Then I go through the image height and the slice size and then draw the image and then cut it up at that point. So let's just say we're on slice 2. It will be image height times image slice size, and then it sort of adds it on as it goes through. Because if I actually load in or quickly make a little GUI thing, I'll show you exactly what I mean by image slicing and things. Screen with surface GUI and insert object, image label. It's got the right size. There we go. Right, let's adjust this so it's 100 by 100, same size as the image. Right, there they are, updated it. Cool. It used to be a Roblox logo, now it's just an actual image, I guess a mountain. Cool. So what I was saying about the cutoff parts, what you need to do to cut up an image is to adjust these, where let's say 50 by 50. Image size of 50 and 50. There you go. 25, 25. 75, 75. Sort of cuts it up. There you go. So you can sort of position it as you want. It's a bit weird way of doing it, but it kind of makes sense, because you'll think of a frame on a picture where the frame's not big enough to fit the picture, and you've got multiple frames end to end, if you like. That's basically how I'm doing it. And I've actually gone further than just doing horizontal lines. I've actually cut it up into squares an image. So I think I might actually show you that in a little bit. Show you the progress that I made. So yeah. So where are we? There we are. So then I set a few default values of, let's say, max wobble, which is how far it wobbles to, and the step, if you like, and a flag to let the script know when it's at the maximum or minimum wobble, and how many times it should wobble, if you like. I think I did that for something else, I can't remember now. Then I take into the count of where the center is. This is for when it's going round that center point, which in this case is that brick there. And all these screens are basically just bricks. So if I do that and then run the game. So all I'm doing is just recording where these parts are, looking at this part here, so offsetting it, and then setting a C-frame angles of what they're doing, basically going round in the Y. So let's have a look if we can find it in the code. There we go. C-frame new. I think I do it the other way round. Yeah, there we go. So I do it with the math cos and math sin, not the way I thought it was. So, oh well. Did it the most complex way. Oh well, whatever. Yeah. This was something else that I was trying to do, but then I ended up making a picture wobbler. What I was trying to do was you know, inside an atom, you've got electrons, or to say positrons and neutrons and things. I was trying to do that, but then I got bored of that and then ended up doing an image thing. And that's how this came about. That's standard for me. I sort of end up doing something, and then when I finish, it ends up doing something completely different. Oh well. And I've also, because Roblox hasn't got a round function, I thought I'd write my own. This is actually a copy and paste from a web page somewhere, how to do a mesh round. So all it does is takes a number and how many digits after the decimal point, and then it shifts it by, or should I say shifts it by that amount, if you like. So it's 10 to the power of how many digits you got. That's basically what that means. So it takes the number, times it by what the power is of that number, plus 0.5 divided by that shift, which is the math round, if you like. Oh, didn't think I'd be able to explain that. Oh well. So every tick I go through, I see what I've done there. So I'm positioning them by the math cos and math sin, and then I'm updating it with math angles. There we go, got it right. So yeah. No. Come on, Gary, get it right. I will get it right these days. So I'm updating the angle by the step, and then doing a, if you run this code without this while true do loop, it would do a sort of circle. So yeah, so I'm basically drawing a circle and then rotating the parts according to that circle, and then adding 1 to the step so it goes round. Then for the wobble itself, it's sort of mixed in with this. What am I doing on wobble? Yeah, it's a similar sort of thing that I'm doing with the math cos and math sin, but I'm only using math cos because I'm only doing the X position, if you like, to get that effect. So I'm going to show you what I've moved on to from this. So let's close this down. This is very, very experimental at the moment. So if I load it up, I'm not too sure if it's actually working at this point, because I sometimes leave things unfinished. I guess that's like anybody really. This version should, if I remember correctly, should only have one screen, but it should have multiple effects, and it do X and Y. Right, I need to fix that. But as you can see, it is multiple. Right, so what is the problem there? Pictures angel PNG. Might be a naming problem. Yeah. Right, that should work now. There we go. Yeah, so we've got a stretching problem there, as I was talking about earlier. But as you can see, I'm doing it in both directions. And that looks weird. And I think I'll try to actually scale the image as well. Let's have a look. Let's take that image size thing out, so you can actually see the parts actually moving. I think that might be the wrong bit. There we go. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. So we can actually see it moving in X and Y. There we go. So that's the power of Surface GUIs, if you like. If you, not, as I say, don't look at this bit or this bit down the bottom. But for what it is, it looks impressive, I think. And we're back. I had to cut the audio there, or with the video, because one of my families just interrupted me, sort of thing. And I don't really want to be on the video. Anyway, I was about to wrap it up anyway. I'll show you quickly the code behind this one. It's not much different from the other one. It's just a bit more to it, if you like. The only thing different is I've only got one image, if you like. So it's exactly the same as before, but I'm updating it in X and Y. So in the actual table itself, I'm working out the X and Y position and then updating those two. Oh, I'm not actually using that bit. So let's comment that back in and see what that does. Right. Let's see what it does. There we go. Blimey. Yeah, that's a bit of comment that, or should I say, part of the code that I'm still working on. My goodness. Anyway, this has been TGStudios in Roblox Studio on my image bender, if you like. And I'll catch you guys later. And hopefully next time I won't get any interruption during recording. Anyway, see you later, guys.